There are a lot of companies selling AI employees right now. Two of the biggest names out there are Marblism and Sintra. And on the surface, they look like the same product. A team of AI workers with cute names that handle your marketing, your inbox, your sales, and your support. But the reality is once you get inside both platforms, you're gonna realize really quickly that they are completely different. And the differences change which one is gonna be right for your business. Now, I've spent a lot of time using both, and we're gonna do a full comparison. So by the end of this video, you know which one to go with. Now, before we get started, I do have links to both tools down in the description with discount codes. I try to get the best offer for my audience, so whichever tool you go with, definitely use those links down below. Let's start with what each of these tools is, because the marketing on each site looks identical, but the products are not. Marblism is gonna give you 6 AI employees built to run entire functions of your business. For example, Eva is your executive assistant, handling your inbox and calendar. Sunny is your social media manager. Penny is gonna write and publish SEO blog content on your website. Stan is gonna help you with sales. Rachel is gonna be your receptionist and answer calls for you. And Linda is gonna be your legal assistant. Over 40,000 businesses use it, and on Trustpilot, they have a 4.8 star rating. Now, let's talk about Sintra. Sintra is gonna give you 12 AI helpers, technically double, each mapped to a business role. For instance, Xiaomi is for SEO, Soshi for social media, Casey for customer support, Millie for sales, Penn for copywriting, Dexter for data analysis, and there are more on the roster. They run on what Sintra calls Brain AI, which is their system for learning your brand context so every helper knows your business. They are also trusted by over 40,000 entrepreneurs. Now, let's start to talk about the differences. And we're not just gonna talk about the fact that one has 6 and another has 12 AI employees. That might not be as important as you think. The difference is how they get work done. Let's start with the roster. 12 helpers versus 6 employees. On paper, Sintra wins the headcount battle immediately. 12 roles versus 6. And Sintra does cover ground that Marblism doesn't. There's a data analyst, a recruiter, an email marketer, and even a personal growth coach. But what I found is the differences really matter when you go deeper. Let's talk about one of your AI employees with Marblism, Rachel. She's gonna give you a real local phone number in the US, Canada, or the UK, as well as a few other countries. And she's able to answer calls 24/7, book appointments on your calendar, and transfer the urgent ones to your personal number. Sintra has nothing that touches a phone. Let's look at another AI employee with Marblism, Stan. Stan is connected to a database of over, get this, 700 million leads and runs email outreach and LinkedIn automation for you. When it comes to Sintra's sales helper, Millie, she'll write you cold call scripts and email copy. But there's no lead database and no automated outreach behind her. You're gonna have to go and do all of that work. And we could go further. Linda reviews your contracts inside of Marblism, which Sintra doesn't have a role for that at all. So the first major point here is, yes, the roster with Sintra is a lot bigger, which sounds nicer, but it really does depend on what your core needs are. And the way I would describe it is maybe choose 3 to 4 core needs that you would love an AI employee to handle for you and see which one is gonna cover you better. Maybe sales and cold outreach is really important and Marblism is your choice, but maybe it's not. And you can take a look at both of the lists on your screen right now and decide which is better for you. And one other note about this, Marblism's employees can actually collaborate with each other. For example, Penny's blog topics can feed into Sunny's social posts. With Sintra, the helpers do share the same brain, but they work in separate chats, and users consistently say they end up playing go-between for their own AI team. Now, let's talk about how the work actually gets done. This is the section that is gonna matter the most. This is you actually working and hiring AI employees. Sintra is fundamentally a chat platform. And Marblism is more than that. With Sintra, you open a conversation with a helper, give it a task, and it gives you an output. They've added one-click use cases and auto-posting for social. And Brain AI does keep your brand context loaded, so you're not re-explaining your business every time, which is genuinely useful, but every major AI tool does that now. But for most of the roster, you are still the manager, and you need to initiate. This is the biggest difference. With Sintra, you need to initiate, review, edit, refine, then publish. And we'll talk about this more in the pricing section later in this video, but it's important to note that Sintra works off a credit system. And that means you have a lot of upper limits. And this is important to note because a lot of reviews on Trustpilot show users reporting burning through their credits way faster than expected, and multiple reviewers say tasks that error out still eat your credits. Marblism flips the model. You do the setup once, you connect your inbox, your socials, your website, your calendar, and you give each employee its guidelines. And just as a note as well, let's just say you don't want Marblism to manage your email. Well, you don't have to. You could have it do exactly what you want it to do. But once you get them set up, they run their tasks on their own. Eva has drafted replies waiting in your inbox every morning. Penny writes articles and can auto-publish them onto WordPress, Webflow, Shopify, and Wix. Stan runs the outreach and the follow-up for you. Rachel answers calls on your behalf. And not to worry, before anything goes public, before an email gets sent, a post publishes, a contract goes back, they're gonna check with you for approval. However, they will initiate. Every single day, I get messages for the newest blog post, if I approve a topic or if I approve a post. I don't have to go in there and start the conversation. And that means work is getting done for me as a true AI employee. And instead of credits, every Marblism plans includes 50 hours of AI work per month. And regular chat and quick tasks don't even count against those hours. The only thing I would note is that there are upgrades if you do want to do heavy sales outreach so that you can message more leads. Now let's talk about pricing. Marblism runs one plan with 3 billing frequencies. So if you pay yearly, it comes out to $24 a month. If you pay quarterly, it's $33 a month. And if you pay monthly, it's $44 a month. And just as a note, there is a 7-day money-back guarantee. Now, what's incredible about this plan, it includes all 6 AI employees, the 50 hours of monthly work, unlimited chat, unlimited team members, and unlimited businesses. So get this for a moment. We haven't talked about this at all. If you run multiple brands, each one can have its own AI team at no extra cost. This is mind-boggling. I'm actually not sure why they do that. That is very generous. And if you do use that link down below, you will get an extra 20% off your plan for life. Now with Sintra, they do the same thing where they have one plan and 3 billing frequencies, which comes out to $52 a month on the annual plan, $59 a quarter, and $97 monthly. And at times they do run heavy discounts, and at the time of this filming, their pricing is really low, which is about $16 if you pay annually, or $24 a month if you pay quarterly, or $48, $49 if you pay monthly. So yes, on the discounted annual commitment, if you happen to find it the day you watch this video, Sintra's sticker price may be lower. But as we've reviewed in this video, with Sintra, the price is what you're gonna buy. And the thing I would pay most attention to is that 250 monthly credits, which is at every tier no matter what you pay. You also get a cap of 5 business profiles, where I mentioned before, Marblism gives you unlimited. And remember, there's no phone line, no lead database, no automated outreach at this price. So let's say you do the annual billing on either plan. With Marblism, you're gonna be paying $24 a month. With Sintra, it might be $52 a month, or at the current promotion, $16 a month. With Marblism, you also get a phone line, and you get access to 700 million leads in a database. And you also get the ability for automated outreach for $8 additional a month. I don't know where else you're gonna find that. So the verdict on pricing really comes down to what you're buying and what you're using this tool for. If you just want the cheapest AI chat team, I'd probably just use one of the major brands like Gemini, Claude, or ChatGPT. But in this case, we would just say Sintra, especially with their sale and their annual plan. But if you do want AI to move your business forward and not just give you more work, but help you get more done by doing less, Marblism is the winner. And that's why I use it in my business every single day, and it's helping me generate more and more revenue. And don't forget, I do have that 20% discount in the link in the description, which is gonna take your $24 a month plan down to $18. So which one should you pick? Let me try to make this as simple as possible. Pick Sintra if what you actually want is a smarter chat experience. If you like being hands-on and you mostly need drafts, ideas, and brainstorming that you initiate across the roles that we discussed, and you're not a heavy user, Sintra is gonna serve you really well. They also have a 14-day money-back guarantee, which is gonna give you room to get in there, test it out, and experience it for yourself. On the other hand, pick Marblism if you are a solo founder, a freelancer, a small team, maybe even a nonprofit, for any small and medium-sized businesses who need to get more done by doing less, and you run a business where you do need to take in phone calls, and you want to boost your search engine and AI visibility. Marblism gives you so much out of the box, and it simplifies the AI complexity. You're not going to need 15 tools to pull off everything that we've discussed. You just create an account with Marblism, set up your business, and you're good to go. Bottom line is this: Sintra sells you 12 assistants to talk to. Marblism sells you 6 AI employees that bring work back that's finished. For my money, I use it with Marblism. It is the clear winner. Long term, for my money, I use Marblism. It is the clear winner. And remember, there are links to both tools down below in the description, so if you got value from this video, it would mean the world to me if you use those links to help support this channel at no additional cost to you. And if you do want more content like this, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.